Welcome to Krav Life. My name is Paul Simos, and today on Train to Fight, we have Mr. Nader Eid, and he's going to be talking about his new book, The Fighter Body Challenge. So it's a very, very interesting concept where he mixes Krav Maga with functional fitness. So stay tuned for that. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure that you join our Krav Life community. It's a community of like-minded Kravists, so you get to network and talk to instructors and students from all over the world and learn from each other and get better at Krav Maga by, feedback from other people. You go to mykravlife.com, click community, and there you go, join for free. Okay, so without further delay, here is Mr. Nader. All right, sir, and welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Not too bad. So for our audience and the people that may not know you, can you just give us a very, very brief introduction on who you are?
Sure. All right. My name is Nader. I'm a personal trainer and Commando Krav Maga instructor. I have been in the fitness industry for over 15 years. I love what I do.
Awesome. And that's important, right?
Of course.
All right. So how did all of this, how did it start for you? So was martial arts something that you did like your entire life, or like, when, what did you do before Krav Maga is basically what I'm asking.
Okay. So I started martial arts in my teens. It feels like it's been my whole life, but I did
Mhm.
start. I was about, I want to say 15 when I felt like I was really involved. And and then later on, I started a small gym in 2007 as a coach. But in in my teens, that's really when it all started.
Okay. And what did you take at that point?
I had a kickboxing coach. I had a wrestling coach in high school. I had some training, some MMA grappling training with Joel Gershon and
Mhm.
Moni Isaac as well. And that's when I was first introduced to the self-defense system, Krav Maga.
Okay. And so, like, how did that come about? Like, how did you, like, what was your first introduction? Like, was it something that you sought out, or did you happen to be at a seminar? How did that work out?
I was in a jiu-jitsu class, and the club was split into two. So Moni was teaching both the jiu-jitsu class and the Commando Krav Maga class, and he had his elite level instructors facilitating the training with him as well. And I just remember sitting on the mat and looking over and watching them perform these self-defense moves, which like were spectacular because they were so simple to do
Mm.
yet so effective. And there I was just resting. That's like the first ever like frame or picture or thought of like, hey, this is kind of cool. But it wasn't until later on. It wasn't until my early 30s
Okay.
that I you know took a course and I decided to enroll into like a professional Commando Krav Maga course for instructors.
Okay. And how was that course?
Oh, amazing! It was it was so there's so much knowledge, but you've just got to take it step by step, right? Lesson by lesson. If you do the practice, you will acquire the skill. So Krav Maga, and that's what makes Krav Maga so unique. Anyone can do it. You've just got to put in the work.
Exactly. Um, and so going back a bit, how did you become like a personal trainer? Like, how did all that come about?
Uh, I wanted to. I felt amazing training, it all started in high school. It was my grade 11 weight training course. And I'll never forget it. I aced that course and I got a chance to really just focus on myself, to focus on everything that was going on inward as a teenager. And there was really no pressure to doing it. And you got to be really creative in
Mhm.
the way that you train. But the point of this course was that you put in the work. And I saw the results. I've never dedicated myself so much to something where the reward was so much greater than the work involved. So not only did I, ace that course and get a 99 in grade 11 weight training, but I took some skills home that I was able to later on apply in a gym and continued improving on that, of course, with some additional professional training.
Mhm. And so, what skills did you find that are relevant from your um, personal training days that are relevant to people in Krav Maga?
I'd say my fitness background gives me the upper leg uh, when it comes to self defense because I know what exercises work, which muscle groups, how they can be
Mhm.
improved, and when to recommend others.
So, would you say like for Kravis, it's better to sort of like a more like functional fitness training, or
Most
um,
definitely.
most definitely?
Yeah.
Um,
Functional fitness, compound movements, the primal movements, essentially all functional.
mhm. Right. And so you had this personal training background, and then you got involved with Elon and and started becoming an instructor for Commando Krav Maga. How did all of like where did the idea for your book and your challenge come from? So sorry for the people that don't know, he has an upcoming book called the Fighter Body Challenge. So how did that just come into being?
Well, it started like my first workout regimen was a 5 day split. Like it was uh, completely exhausting and it burnt me out. Then I went through a period where I did not have enough energy to train whatsoever, to not do my workouts. So I stopped them altogether. I lost the motivation. I was in a rut. I felt uninspired, maybe even defeated.
Mhm.
And I know it sounds crazy, but when you're so busy with work and family that my physical activity became irregular. So um, I gained 20 pounds easily, putting me at my heaviest I've ever been. And this is as a personal trainer when life takes over. Um, you almost forget how good all that work felt.
Mhm.
So I
Now,
received an
sorry, is this pre-pandemic?
this is
Is-
pre-pandemic, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
this is where the book came out of that, as I looked at everything that I've accomplished and where I was uh, pre-pandemic and having a newborn baby. I needed to get myself back in gear. So this is a culmination of myself as a professional and everything that life teaches you along the way.
Okay. And and so tell us a little bit more about the book itself, like because the way you're explaining it, it's a book and a challenge that accompanies it as well. Like explain how all this fits together.
Definitely, there are some personal stories of how I got started and involved with Commando Krav Maga and how it all comes together with improving your physical body uh, through making a decision and improving your self discipline. And I wanted something simple. I wanted something that required a little more than 20 minutes per day that I could do at home anywhere. I was looking for a fighter body solution and I found it through the fighter body the Fighter Body Challenge. It's a nice add-on more than anything. So you take everything that you've already learned and you apply the techniques, the body weight training. There's also a nutritional component to the program as well, and it really sets the tone for the next 5, 10, maybe even 30 years for your health and physical fitness.
Okay. So what sort of exercises could people look forward to doing in the fighter body?
A lot of body weight exercises for the legs. So we're starting off with squats, posture, technique, and then adding the squat kick to it the next month, adding some weights to the squat kick and supersetting those with a combination of other movements for the legs. And we're using this superset technique for the upper body as well as the abdomen. So everything is broken down into 3, and we're getting a nice even balance in
Mhm.
terms of the body weight challenges involved in the book.
Okay. And is there Krav Maga technique mixed in with the exercises?
Absolutely. Later on in the challenge, there's a component that introduces you to Commando Krav Maga, which teaches you the history of Commando Krav Maga as well as the uh, some foundational concepts. So, balance, posture, striking concepts, your basic jabs, your basic blocks, your basic elbow strikes, and some of the techniques are uh, explained more later on in the program, in the one-on-ones that follow the book online.
Okay. So I'm trying to get my thinking clear here.
Of course.
So what exactly is in the book itself?
Well, I'll get you actually the outline. I can pull that up if you could just give me
Yeah,
a
sure.
second.
Yeah,
I
sure.
think,
Not a problem.
yeah. So we've got 10 days, and 10 in those 10 days, uh, we're taking charge of your physical fitness and making
Okay.
these changes for life. And the first part is what I like to call the mental game and how you think affects your well being, including your attitude and general mental health. So, in this chapter, we get into the mind of a fighter and how to take care of your mental game. Uh, I also talk about why a fighter body is not for everyone
Mhm.
and the 3 principles of mental toughness for fighter performance. So, uh, that's the first part. We're getting into the mental part, and then we get into the formula itself, the body weight training, the advantages of having um, excellent fitness, especially for one's mental sharpness, and how to do the first 20 minutes of the fighter body workout, which includes components of the Commando Krav Maga system.
Mhm.
And then we get into some of the nutritional uh, factors that make up uh, uh, the survival of uh, what people back in the hunter gatherer days used to eat like.
Mhm.
So we talk about some of the nutrients that you get from some of the foods that we have readily available.
Okay.
And later on in the book, we get into some more lifestyle modifications that you must make to get into shape. So there's some secrets to eating, to performing your best, and it's thinking of food more as a fuel source as opposed to something that you take pleasure from only.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
And so you said the book covers like a 10-day plan, right?
exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And then So obviously the person could do just the book, but what follows the book? Is it a video course? Is it online training, personal training? Like what comes next for the people that want more than that?
Yep. For people that want more than that, it's a live course where
Okay.
we would meet online with a group of other participants in this course, uh, where we continue developing your fitness and learning more skills and techniques from the Commando Krav Maga curriculum. So the
Hmm.
goal would be to take this on as something to uh, improve yourself and become a better person, and or become an instructor yourself. So we have the ability to facilitate that remotely,
Hmm.
and that's something that I look forward to continue doing.
Okay. And and so is this like how long is the training outside of the book?
Yeah, the training outside of the book is 2 to 3 times a week, every other day. It's a live training that we would conduct, just like we're recording this podcast.
Hmm.
And it's a 90-day course,
Okay.
2 to 3 times a week. And everything between the level 1 to 2 curriculum will be covered.
Mhm. And what sort of results can someone expect in general if they're following everything to the letter? Like what sort of results have you been getting with people?
Yeah, to the letter, I would say, very, at the very least, a lean, sleek, agile physique, a lean, sleek, agile fighter physique
In 3 months? Okay.
in 3 months.
Oh well, that's a that's going to be a lot of work.
It is, it
Yeah.
is, but
And
to a T,
yeah,
3 times
and
a
sorry,
week. Mhm.
yeah, 3 times. And sorry, how long was each class then?
Each class is about an hour to an hour and 30 minutes long.
So, hour and a half.
And for those uh, that are within the Ontario or Canada or have the ability to travel, at the end of each
Mhm.
course, there is a 4-hour camp where we
Okay.
pressure test and put all the techniques together. Alternatively, this will be offered in a more intensive style online with a fighter buddy that you could bring to the live course.
So, so it's kind of like a exercise, um, get your fighter body course and like Krav Maga course as well, right? So like the person's
Absolutely.
earning their levels, right?
Absolutely. You have the
Yeah.
opportunity to do that. So it is somewhat for someone that's more interested in taking on uh, more than just learning how, or learning how to defend yourself, but also applying the techniques and helping out a friend. It's about becoming a better person, and you have
Mhm.
the chance to do that by bringing your friend to the camp to show them what you've learned.
Okay. Um, so when you register into the camp, you're allowed to bring someone. Is that what I'm hearing?
You're right. Yeah, that's this. So this is at the end of the 90-day challenge,
Okay, the 4 hour
the
camp.
the 4-hour camp. You got it.
Okay. All right. And okay. All right. That's kind of cool. And so when it's the recorded stuff for the people that can't make the live recorded session or the live sessions, are they recorded and they can watch it at any point in time or?
You got it. So the fighterbodychallenge.com has a membership portal where all
Okay.
the sessions that we conduct online, live, and the intensive boot camp at the end of the 90-day course, everyone has access to during that period.
Okay. So even though you have the live sessions 3 times a week, someone could train every day if they wished, right?
Absolutely. using the techniques learned
Support.
in the book as well.
Okay. All right. And when is the like when are you expecting the book to be released?
Yeah, I was expecting the book to be released actually just last week, but
Mm.
I've had some. Uh, I'm selling my house, which is just as exciting as the book itself. But it has been set back 1 month,
Okay.
and you know, with all the holidays going on, I think it's can make a great gift for yourself. More than anything, uh, to gift it to someone that you think might benefit from taking on these challenges, but also just introducing yourself to Krav Maga if you haven't, or you haven't taken a class or haven't done any research into it. The book is a great way to learn a little bit about the history of Krav Maga itself
Mhm.
and live the experience through some of the challenges that I've experienced throughout the book.
Yeah, yeah, it'll come out just in time for people to keep their New Year's resolutions. Um, so is this the type of course that's like uh, the online course? Is it better to take it with a friend then?
You have the option to take it with a friend, which does enhance the overall learning process, and
Mm.
later on, once we've practiced the drills and we're putting the techniques together, it is recommended to perform these techniques with a person to have that sense of that body awareness uh, and weight of someone else, because it's very different shadowing the moves and not having the experience of actually performing them one on one against an attacker. So having a friend can definitely enhance the experience.
For
But
sure.
you can learn the skill and develop your fighter body physique without a partner as well.
Okay, that's kind of cool. And so you're also like a Krav Maga instructor. Are you actively teaching right now?
I'm actively teaching both in person and online. So I had a small group start for just 30 days,
Mhm.
and we're just about to wrap it up. And I've been actively teaching privately every Sunday. And I haven't had a seminar recently with COVID over the last 2.5 years, which made that very difficult for us to do.
Mhm.
But I have had the experience performing these seminars in person, and I am looking forward at doing more of them online, and including that hybrid model where at the end of the program, like the Lean Krav Machine course,
Mhm.
at the end of the 90 days, we get together for about 4 hours. Whether we do that in person or online, I think that intensive experience where you're just immersed in the system really makes a difference.
Mhm. Oh, so that 4 hour course can also be done online. It's not only in person.
Absolutely, yeah. I plan
Oh,
on having
so,
everything recorded and uh, chunked up so that it's easy to digest later on.
okay. So um, let's see. How's my question going? So is it the online portion? Are you obviously the person just follows along and does it, but like the people that are there live, like you're actively testing them and trying to you know uh, they're trying to pass their level one, level two, whatever. Um, what do the people online do? Do they record themselves and send it to you, or is it just they just follow along and but they don't get any sort of rank or anything like that?
You're right. Yeah, there's no rank until all the moves between the
Mhm.
level 1 and 2 curriculum have been demonstrated, and this is required in person, but also required as a follow up after the camp as well.
Mhm.
Uh, and what's great about doing treating this as a hybrid model is that we have a database of all the moves demonstrated throughout the course. So we can easily look back at what we're doing well and what needs improvement and focus on those areas that need improvement. And after taking the immersive course, if there is additional work that needs to be done before achieving your certification as a student, uh, then later you can submit those techniques
Hmm.
through
Okay.
through the website as well.
All right. Well, that's kind of cool. Um, so is this is the stuff in your challenge, is this kind of like the same stuff that you do in your regular classes and trainings, or is this something that you've developed special for the fighter body?
This is something. It's something special I've developed for the fighter body, for the type of person that doesn't really have enough time to spend hours upon hours at a gym, or travels a lot for work and can't really dedicate themselves to one training center. So you're learning how to create your own fighter body challenge with the book, and taking me on as your instructor online um, provides you with that accountability, but also gives you the chance to learn how to become a Commando Krav Maga instructor
Hmm.
while building your body at the same time. So it is everything that I am teaching in person. What's unique about this is the fact that it can be done remotely, that a large portion, about 90% of it, can all be done in person. And you can be very successful at both learning Commando Krav Maga and building a fighter body. Um, so that's what's unique about it, is the fact that we could do this online, when in the past we didn't really think of this. There wasn't really that push. Um, but so there are some good things that came out of COVID, although we were not able to put on any seminars uh,
Right.
for the last, I don't know how many years. It feels like it's been forever. Um,
Yep.
right, we're doing this here,
Yeah.
right, and, and this is really exciting that I get a chance to talk to you about Krav Maga and all the plans I
Yeah.
have with my passion moving forward.
And definitely, COVID is has forced us to think outside the box and how we do things, especially here in Ontario, where we had a longer lockdown than most places. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's been really hard here. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's an understatement, right?
Yeah.
Um, but so the idea here is that someone can also, through time, receive their Commando Krav Maga instructor certification. Then.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That would be, the ultimate goal, to,
Hmm.
to further your development as a practitioner. There's 8 levels to the system as a student, and I invite anyone and everyone to join me on that journey. I'm currently at my level 4,
Hmm.
and you know, there's a lot to learn, but it's all worth the challenge, because uh, ever since I started learning Krav Maga and took my level 1 certification, I've just been a better person. That's what Krav Maga can do.
Hmm.
Um, so it's not always about, building uh, uh, a better body, but with finding that discipline within yourself and learning the skills that transcend everything you do outside of the dojo. Um, I think Krav Maga can change your life, and it is a lifestyle for me. And I invite anyone to on the journey to take it on as a lifestyle for themselves.
Well, I couldn't agree more with that statement. I think for anyone that's done or is involved in Krav Maga, it's just been something that makes their lives better, and it becomes a passion for sure. So, if someone wanted to get involved with the Fighter Body Challenge, I know they have to wait for the book to come out,
Yeah.
but you mentioned the website. Can you talk about the website again?
Yeah, the website. So if you want to learn more about my work, the website is thefighterbodychallenge.com. So it's thefighterbodychallenge.com. And I was going to, or I was hoping I could also uh, put this out there, was that uh, I want to have an advanced readers list and to get the first chapter out, to check it out before it's available. I would love your feedback
Mhm.
if that's something that you're interested in doing as well.
Sure.
Um, and is it okay that I give my email out
Yeah.
on the
So
podcast?
so this is for anyone that that's interested in reading the first chapter.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Not a problem.
awesome. So I'll give you my personal email. It's actually nadereid@gmail.com. And if you have any specific questions or would like to book a private session with me, just send me an email.
All right, and we'll make sure that we have that information posted as well
Awesome.
for you, so that when this comes out, you know, you can check the show notes and see the links and stuff like that. So that is awesome. I want to thank you for coming on the show. It's a very interesting concept. I'm definitely going to check out the website and see what it's all about. And yeah, definitely
All
piqued
right.
my interest. Right, I'd like a fighter body.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't take much other than just, dedicating yourself,
Yeah,
finding that discipline and just
yeah,
being consistent.
time and consistency. All
Yeah.
right, sir.
There you go. All right.
All right. Well, thank you for being on Krav Life, and you have yourself a great day.
Thank you for having me.
All right.